All right, hello there. Be there with you one moment. This is a. All right, hello there. It must be a better way of doing this. I don't know how to turn this off. I guess I'll just have to start trusting it instead of testing it. Well, it's only a second, so. All right, greetings. This is a little bit earlier than normally. I have to get up early, very early tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that. And I guess I'm the only one watching myself. Turn that off. But turn this off too. Very distracting. Okay. All right. Tonight, I was going to go into, this won't be long. Well, I'm to be continued tomorrow. Galactic connections. What is your connection to the universe? And doing so, I'm going to go into some of my stuff that I'm not even aware of, but I'm going by my intuition, and it goes into like the secret space programs type of stuff. It's like you get kind of a memory of these things. I don't think I'm directly involved with it. I don't know if I'm involved with that, but just people wonder what they're doing at Astral, what they're doing. Like, you're a counselor, are you a space cadet? Are you a talking mushroom? I mean, what are you? What are you doing what's your lineage? What's your galactic lineage? Something you can explore or ask a question through the site, or connect on your own, or ask somebody through a reading, somebody in your internet universe. If it's another step in opening yourself up. How I got to this. I've been thinking about this here and there, not often. I was like, yeah, what's a big deal? It's like, but I came into a situation recently of, let's put it this way. There's on Project Camelot, there is Mark Richards. He's in jail for something he did not do, and it has a lot to do with a secret space program situation. So with that, because it's like stuff he never did. If you look on Project Camelot, Mark Richards, you can find it on the net. And so, yeah, I ran into a situation, somewhere, not me, but somebody else. And so I was thinking, what are we? We're all part of something. In a angelic world. I mean, of course, we do explore that here and there. But have you really gone deep? Some people do. They say, I'm just a pilot in space. I'm no big deal. And that's fine. But I believe there's more to it than that. Of course, there's only so much information you get back. And sometimes you get dreams of this stuff. I've had a little bit of that, not much, a little. And sometimes it shows up in creativity. If you're writing a story, well, you're writing about either yourself or something you connected to. Of course, everybody's creative in some regard. Everybody's creative in some shape or form. Not have to write stories, but everybody has a story to tell in the long run. There's something else I was going to go into, and I just slipped out of my mind. Yep. I forgot what it was. But maybe it'll come back to me. It's not that important. For those that are new to all this, I'm going to go through this real quick. Maybe. SimonTower.com. We have private sessions here, and you can find it all here. This is the scheduler of my availability, and we have the shop also. You can submit questions. I'm 1 to 5 days. I finally caught up for now. I was at 10 days for a while. We also have Spirit Social. If this one doesn't work, you can go here. If this one doesn't work, you can go to the other one. Back and forth. Submit a question, past life regression healing, message from Yeshua, channel consulting, 5-minute healing, and other spiritual connections from other healers and channelers. This is the fast version of this. And so thank you for your support. in this madness. Oh yeah, now I remember what I was about to say. That yeah, because people are gonna think this is all crazy. Then you look at the third dimensional thinking. They're just watching Netflix or whatever it is and be programmed by the Illuminati. So we're trying to unprogram them ourselves. And so normal is being programmed. We're trying to unprogram ourselves. Of course, that is not the mainstream, at least at the moment. I'm not sure if it's ever going to be the mainstream way humanity is going at this pace. But basically, of connecting to your galactic lineage is what do you feel of? I mean, it's just another way of opening yourself up. So I'll give you an example of what I picked up on myself. Something I've not really looked into that much here and there, but we're all connected to the universe somehow. Either it's through angelic energies, either you've been an angel most of your incarnation cycles, or you've been spirit, helping a spirit guide, or you're just being an alien, or you're just nuts on everybody, or something like that. Not always the case on that, but for at least from my history, from what I got is, yeah, well, at least I don't know if it's happening now or what. I'm part of like a galactic. Now this will probably all make sense. I'm part of like a galactic black ops. I think it's pretty obvious of basically awakening worlds like this. I've done it before, and so I know that. At least I know of one on Reptilian World. It's probably very intense. Can you imagine that? So channeling is part of it. That's not all what it's about. It's about basically shaking out the dimension out of people, like the 3D, shaking that whole, taking the hammer to their reality, just like this place. You do what you can. They're going to ignore you, as most will. It's easier to be programmed than be awake. I'm not sure why people want to be asleep. Like, you want to be a slave? I guess the answer to that is yes. I guess it's easier. And some prefer a third dimensional human than a bunch of a world filled with insectoids and grays and da 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 da. It's like, I'll just stick to human. I'll be a slave and I'll enjoy it. And that's true. They're doing it very well. Yeah, well, that's called normal. It's expected. But things are going to switch around eventually. So you go into more of the insane that is reality. But yeah, I'm like more part of the galactic black. I know it's different now. Why am I not like in the CIA or something? Of course, some people are say that, but I'm not. But because that's like a 3D sellout, whatever you call it. And I'm not here for that. I'm here for a galactic awakening. It's basically cutting through the matrix or getting rid of it. At least the third dimension. Trust me, I would do more if I could. Because there's only so many. I mean, so much some of us can handle this play or get. It sounds. I don't know if it looks good on paper. 3 doesn't look good on paper, and living it doesn't look good either. But that's my opinion. But the idea. Let's see. For my connections, it's like a galactic black ops, some kind of. I don't know, like a commander of some operation or captain of a ship. Let's put it this way. I watch Star Trek to get myself, the next generation, to get my sanity back sometimes. I don't always remember what's going on. I just watch it. It's like I need to be part of that. I don't remember every episode. I don't remember anything. Like, if you watch the first Star Trek, it's like, no. I mean, that's probably better, but all the technology is kind of goofy. Of course, in the newer one it is too, but something about that just sort of, because I'll give you more understanding of, at least now this has been either told to me or something. I was on like a give you more understanding. I was a Zeta I have been on a Zeta 1 along with other Zetas, and you're doing all this technology experimenting, and we destroyed the planet basically. Not trying to, we just kind of did it by experimenting. And I'm not sure if it was the same lifetime, but I have been captured by reptilians to give them our technology. I was a Zeta and captured by them. And either I found a way out or got killed by them. So me and the reptilians have gone, yeah, we go way back. Of course, I had reptilian incarnations; those are fun. But as a Zeta, I've had I've had either way, I've had a lot of different stuff. But also I'm not sure what as a galactic commander, I think as a humanoid, I'm not sure of what. If it's Lyran, because Lyrans have humans, obviously the first humans Lyran. I've connected to a lot of human incarnations. I'm not sure which one it is, but I do know one where I would steal reptilian technology, steal their ships, and use their technology against them. I remember that. I remember some of that. So I can't say I'm doing that here in some regard. So that's another reason why I'm here, is to kind of put some holes in their ship and let it sink. I haven't got to. I guess I haven't really got to the degree of truly doing that. Well, I'm kind of doing it here, kind of poking holes in their reality. I'm not going to let third dimensional thinking get in my way of. They're going to do whatever they can to keep their world as concrete. Obviously they put slavery into our society, and ideas to dissolve it. I don't think one person can do it, but at least they can start the rampage of it in a nice way, of course. We can say you can deflate their creation little by little. I don't have the whole details of. I guess it's all about waiting, and waiting gets old after a while. But as for, let's see, what other connections? Yeah, I guess I've had a lot of Zeta Gray incarnations that are just immense on this world. And most of the stuff I'm here is just, I can't remember anything, usually, at least my galactic connections. I've had conversations. I would wake up in the middle of the night and go back into the conversation and not remember what it was about. I just know what's going on. So I've heard people laugh around me. I wake up in the middle of the night and hear a laugh. It's like, I don't know if that was a reptilian or who it was. So I don't know if I'm at the bar. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's funny though. But as for what, as for the third dimension, how is that going right now? It's alive and well. But as for it deflating, they're not giving me any updates on that. They don't give me anything. It's like, as for like first contact or individual contact, not saying anything like that. They're kind of quiet on the whole thing for a good reason, probably. They're not going to like say the date that we're not going to show up. They're not going to do that. As for fake alien invasion, that will not happen here. That's been, Cabal has been trying to do all kinds of things. I'm not sure what the agenda is for what's coming or anything. They're very quiet about everything, which is probably for the best. But as for galactic connections, apparently I've connected to hillbilly aliens. Yeah, there's quite a few of those. It's just a lot of it feels like a lot of it came from Yael. They're just very kind-spirited, strange people or strange aliens. A lot of it comes from the Yael. If you wonder where the hillbillies come from, not all of it comes from there, but it kind of went to other. Now Zetas are hillbillies, and everybody's a hillbilly. Not everybody, but there's quite a bit of it. It's all part. I mean, I guess you can say that's how they're learning from our society. Of course, it came into our world, and then it's all over the place now. Apparently, well, in some areas at least. As I said, a lot of it's been closed off. Silver Palladians I'm connected to in some regard. There's a green Palladian I'm connected to. Yeah, I've had somebody see me and saw me as a green. Oh, I was like a green person. I wasn't reptilian. I was green. So I don't know, the green people. I didn't believe it's Palladium from what I feel. So at least it gives you a kind of. As for anything else, they're not telling me much. Yes, we all. Everyone connects to the Galactic Federation of Light and your astral in some shape or form, a version of it. There's different councils. But it all seems like it all connects to the Galactic Federation of Light in the long run, as they filter through information of our ascension, see where we are, see what we're ready for. It's like we filter our energies through it. as for always, I believe everybody's involved, even those that are not aware of any of this. They think this is not real. Well, yeah, they're not telling me like when's the world going to have its dimensional hiccup. When it's gonna, when this 3D is gonna like shake itself silly and realize there's a lot more going on here. They don't tell me any of that for good reason, but it'd be nice if it starts happening like now, maybe during the summer. But as for 3D, and I don't know, but it does seem like we are going to some kind of shakedown of third dimensional thinking, little by little. It just takes time. But as for the Galactic Federation of Light, then we all somehow, as an insectoid or whatever you want to, whatever you're all connected to, there's a lot of insectoids here. A lot of them, a lot of insectoids are here incarnated as human, obviously, and never been human before. And so they're like the last row to wake up here. That's part of it, at least. They're not here. They're here to make it difficult also, which makes a lot of sense. A lot of them play video games. From what I see, it's like, how do I remember it's like, I can't do this wife thing, but I can play video games with all aliens and all of that, so I can entertain myself that way. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Your insectoids are a huge population in the universe. We don't see it. We don't see large spiders walking around. Of course, we don't deal with. They're everywhere. Here in a small form, they're everywhere. So think about that in the universe, and think of it at a bit bigger, larger scale, and that'll give you a more understanding of at least this galaxy. At least I imagine it's the universe, not just the galaxy. There's different colors of them. There's gold ones. There's different blue. It's all different types. A lot of them are. Was it the ant people? I never thought I was going to go into this. The ant people are very, or the ant civilization are very direct, very powerful alien species. I don't connect to them very often. There's like golden ants also. There's so much stuff we don't know about. It's nice that they like open up the shades so we can see what's going on. Like, give us more of a. Channeling is great, but it'd be nice to be able to see them. I'm not sure when that's ever going. I imagine it's going to happen eventually. Something's got to give eventually. At least a lot of the fairies and elementals come into our reality. At least a little bit more. So, as I said, I don't get any answers of like when the Earth is going to open up. But as for your connection to the universe, to go back into this, the subject matter is basically what's your intuition of where you are in the universe. That also connects you to your astral. But are you a general? Are you a artist? Are you a musician? What do you feel? Because those are already opened up. So they should be able to open that part of them up. I don't think there's a wrong answer to any of that. But just, I believe it makes your connection stronger here over time. You become more comfortable with your ET self. And it just brings it more into this. Of course, everyone's going to think we're crazy, but yeah, that's 3D telling us we're crazy. And then, slavery is okay. So they don't seem to have a problem with that. Yeah, a guy at work is like I said, I was saying something about like, water's here is kind of dull and everything's kind of, it's great, but it'd be nice if it was, water's like the only thing I can really drink anymore. It's like, and he just found all the other things that can be wrong with me, like have no arm and have this, that can be worse. And that was like, geez, like, sorry I mentioned anything. So some are just enjoying their 3D life and not going to let it go. That's fine. I'm not sure how the awakening is going to go. Yeah, the richer you are, not always, but usually the wealthier you are, the less likely you're going to open up to all this alien stuff because your life's living good. Why would you want to change it? So there's that. But also the possibility of higher vibrations coming into this earth. As for awakening, is I guess a lot of insectoids work at fast food restaurants, and that makes sense. One thing I picked up about fast food restaurants, I was at work there. They go there for conversation. They go there for community. Those that work there. Does it make sense? I see some of that online. It's like, how does that world work at McDonald's? Like, what is life there? And it's just, the manager gets a girlfriend there, and somebody loses their job. It's like high school, basically. But it's like a bunch of, not all insectoids, but quite a bit of it is. There's a little bit of everything. But it's there for conversation. People probably get married there and all this kind of stuff. But either way, that just sort of found its way in. Let's see. All right, we'll open up the connection. Let's see what we get. Yeah, there's a lot of, let's see, a reptilian grid around the Earth. Of course, there are other beings here causing fear. Yes, reptilians, along with other beings, like with the Martian energies, but the reptilians put this fear energy in the environment. It's like they're always pumping in fear into consciousness, which makes a lot of sense. It seems like they use technologies for this. As for why human of fear of the unknown, it seems that has a lot to do with the low vibrations here. As humans are allowing it to come through, of course, you think it's normal, and that's what they want, and which make you feel you're normal feeling this way. And also, you might probably feel like there's a pressure in the air, and that has a lot to do with the mind control here too. Yeah, because you feel like sometimes there's a pressure, sometimes feel like it's really dense, and you go into another room or go somewhere else, it's very open. That shows that they're working on you, or they're working on somebody or something like that. It doesn't always mean they're working on you. It's another thing. They're just constantly hitting us from every direction. You got to keep this going. As much as we awaken, we're just seeing as crazy. But we're also we're putting out an angelic umbrella blocking a lot of this chemtrail energy, blocking all of this, the negative forces here. It's like, yeah, they're like raining on us, low vibrational energies. Of course, we're getting help with the positive ETs, but they're hitting us so hard, making us think it's normal. It's hard to heal. As for, let's see. Those of wealth are the easiest to attack. Of course, they give them more wealth to keep them in third dimension. Not everybody, of course, but certain ones of power, they tell them that they're doing right to keep the third dimensional going, to keep the Illuminati energies happening also. And that's, they find other ways to basically put us as slaves more. So the wealthy gets wealthy and make us all feel like this is normal. We can protest all we want, but they're trying to keep us under isolation. Let's see. Which was working quite well. Because they reward slavery, you can say. The mentality here, at least for third dimension, is it's under a mass hypnosis that is Anunnaki, very advanced Anunnaki control grid. Is basically that is like removing any type of fourth dimensional thinking. Of course, the wizard energies that are going on is basically like movies, TV, theater, whatever it is. It has any type of fantasy energy, trying to fear of the unknown. Obviously, like Alien, horror movies. Horror movies are very, they have a lot of spiritual stuff in there. Of course, it's all dark. Done for a reason. So they'd be scared of spirituality, which is pretty obvious how they do that. But of course, they call it entertainment. It's just too much. And it's funny that people don't believe in this stuff, but yet they have horror movies that have a lot to do with spirits and ghosts, but it's all negative. That's all Anunnaki, probably other beings. Anunnaki seems to play a big role in that, and just the mass hypnosis over humanity. So it's like, they're calling it, humanity's calling it entertainment, and yet it's like we're in prison watching TV. You know, as our yeah, it's kind of like we're all in our little jail cells basically, and the beings are all walking around us, obviously observing, making sure we stay in ourselves. I mean, that's the image I'm getting, and some of them are freaking big, like 12 feet tall. I just got an image of that. So yeah, just walking around us, making sure that we're under our closure. Now, understand stuff what I'm doing. People aren't mostly going to believe it, so it's like they're watching, but yeah, they do attack me quite a bit for like going against the grain. It's weird. I guess somebody has to do it, but it's I'm not sure where this is all going, with all honesty. But yeah, another way to think is basically is like we're in our own jail cells, basically, call it 3D, in our homes or wherever, and they're just monitoring us constantly. And you know, there are wars to keep us in seclusion. So I wonder how this is all going to pan out. So they obviously know most people don't believe in this stuff, but how long is that going to last? You know, for a while at least. So all right, yeah, this is going to be short. Though I missed the beginning, I went to some of my alien lineage. I'm not getting a whole lot more now, but basically, just go by your intuition. What are you doing? And what is your alien? What are you doing as an alien, basically, or angel or spirit? I mean, many are angels here, incarnated, and prefer that lifetime. I don't blame you. As an alien, of course, that's where the adventure is. As a third dimensional human, this is really where the adventure is. How to wake up the world, I'm not sure. Well, I'm doing it now, but on a world basis, how does that work? Obviously, let it all flow, go with the flow of it, but it'd be interesting to see if this hits the mainstream eventually. Finally, we get some power back. Well, not to say we don't have it now, but to truly get our reality back to where it should be, or more positivity, to more of less slavery. So, always wondering how is that going to work. So, this is the march to the world awakening, and we're going to continue to do so. And that's all we have for this short video. I'll have to get up early tomorrow, so wish everyone. I'll do a channeling tomorrow. Have more energy, so take care, and have a great night.